Fromm in Quesnel, British Columbia, on the 8th day of the Arthur Topham trial. This is a free speech trial. Arthur's on trial under Canada's notorious Section 319 of the Criminal Code, or the so-called hate law, for postings on his website, radicalpress.com. And do check it out. Form your opinions for yourself. Well, a lot of things happened today. The defense's witness was on the stand today, and cross-examination by the Crown Counsel Jennifer Johnson concluded the afternoon. The defense witness is Gilad Atzmon. He's a former Israeli. He was brought up a Jew. He served in the Israeli Defense Force. He studied philosophy and psychology. He's a published academic and also a very, very gifted saxophonist, and quite an intriguing guy. He's an expert in Jewish identity, particularly Jewishness, or let's say the political aspect of Judaism. He speaks about Jews as being a religious group, an ethnic group, or based on ancestry, but also a political group like Zionists. And he says the first two are unexceptional. People have their religion, people have their ancestry. The problem is the political organizations of Judaism. And he spoke about the Protocols, which is one of the major books that's on Arthur Topham's website that's being impugned. And he said that some of the allegations in the Protocols about a Jewish move toward greater control of the world, or even world government, through such things as control of the media, political control, and so on. He said there's nothing particular unusual about this. Just look at the activities of major Jewish lobby groups like AIPAC in the United States, or which has incredible control in the U.S. Congress. Basically, AIPAC, backed up by very sympathetic, heavily Jewish-controlled media, and a strong economic base, which allows political donations to favorable candidates, and candidates that may run against people who are not so favorable. This has given the Israeli lobby a tremendous power in the United States. So he pointed that out, and he said that, and this was very interesting, that some of the books that Arthur has posted, one for instance is called The Biological Jew by Eustace Mullins. The Crown Attorney always gets it wrong. She wants to call him Eustache, it's like a mustache. But Mullins makes some pretty hardcore charges about parasitism and so on. And Gilad clarified that by saying that was a metaphor. Nobody's suggesting that Jews are a biological parasite, but they behave in some cases like a parasite. And then he went on to quote many of the early Zionist leaders, and who said the same thing about the Jews in the diaspora, that is, the Jews who live outside of Israel. And they were arguing that the only way to make Jews like other people would be to have them be farmers, laborers, as well as businessmen, middle class, and higher ups. Sort of a pyramid. Whereas he said in many Western societies, Jews tend to be not very concentrated as artisans or workmen or farmers, but more in the financial professions and others. And these were the ideas of Zionist leaders, and he quoted them using exactly the same terminology about parasitism, and they had a goal of making Jews into more, I know you want to use the term, regular people. Well, this is very, very enlightening testimony. There's a great deal more, but perhaps you can check it out on our website, nfs.com. nfsspeech.com. And anyway, there'll be more details there. We hope eventually to have the transcript up as well. But finally, rather upsetting, the judge said again today that the benefits of freedom of expression are not the issue. And that's very upsetting because that's what this trial is all about. And Barclay Johnson, the lawyer for the defense for Arthur Topham, said that freedom of expression is very much the issue. This is Paul Fromm in Quesnel, British Columbia, 8th day of the Arthur Topham free speech trial. Be back to you again tomorrow. I'm here for the Canadian Association for Free Expression.